Hey, hello everyone, Bruno here. Hey, I just came back from Build, an amazing experience, and I learned a lot of stuff. I'm also catching up with a lot of stuff. So today I have some stuff previous to do, but I want to talk today about this new way to use C Sharp, and I also want to kind of do some of real life demo of what we can do using AI. Because I was in the expert booth last week, and hey, one of the top questions that we have is not just how we can use AI, but give me scenarios. Do me something else besides chat. So today, what we are going to do is kind of a mix. First of all, this Damien chat about a couple of new stuff that we can do with .NET 10 is literally amazing. You can run a .NET file like if it's a Python file. You do .NET run and you put file.cs and that's it. It's super cool. If you want to test it, just install .NET 10 and I have it installed here. Let me set up myself somewhere here and let's create a new file. Let's do demo.cs and then here let's do the standard console write line hello world. Okay, so once I have this, what I can do right now is open a new terminal and let's do .NET run demo.cs. And the first time we are going to have it's kind of compiling, so it's kind of warming up everything. But there it is, hello world. And in case you don't know me, hello world, this is Bruno today or something like this. And we run it again. And hey, we have the hello world. This is Bruno, smiley, whatever face and more. So hey, this is super cool. So going back to what I wanted to do. I wanted to test this. Last week we also announced Microsoft Extension AI, the latest version. I think it's 9.5. We announced a lot of things. So I was thinking, let's go back to one of my original demos using this, and I created a console application that I use a lot, which is basically you copy an image, you pass an image to this console application, and it's going to generate the alt text. I have several videos about this, how you can do this and more. This is a crappy WinForm videos of how you can do this, but hey, it's fun. We can do a lot of stuff. So I was thinking, okay, let's run this in a minimum space, kind of doing something small. Let's use in OllamaSharp also, who I haven't used OllamaSharp in a while. So let's create a new file here and let's start to try to do this. Let's add a new file. Let's do text.cs. And first of all, what I learned watching, let me hide this. By the way, to all of the links, resources, and more are part of in the video description, so you can find everything there. And first thing that we need to do is we need to add a package, but we don't have a project here. So the way that we do this is with this new syntax where we are going to have hashtag dos puntos in Spanish, package, and then the name of the package. And in this case, I think it's 5.1 whatever. Let me see, the latest one is, yes, 5.1.19. And I think I can even do something like do start here, and it works like this. So it's kind of fun. So then, based on the code that we have here, we are going to set up the client. By the way, I have Ollama running locally. I like it to run it in Docker, and these are my models that I have here. I usually for Vision, the one that I use is Llama 3.2 Vision, but let's give it a try to Zema. Zema 3 is a very good one. And I also think that Llama 4 is available, but Llama 4 is kind of a 60 gigabyte. I can't run Llama 4 in my machine. But with Zema 3, it should be fine. So what I have here is I'm going to do Ollama API client, bar chat, new chat, whatever. And I have an error there, so let's do something like this. Let's do .NET run, and this is alt.cs. And this is going to try to build. So we can't find this, so we are probably missing a using, and as far as I remember, it's OllamaSharp. So let's do something like using OllamaSharp. There it is. So using OllamaSharp. So this should be kind of fine. And we do this again. It's not going to do anything. That's it. But I kind of working. Hey, I like this. This is kind of a scripting, but in C#. By the way, I know that people do this in the past, do scripting in C#. For me, it's kind of new and I like it. So first of all, let's read the image. In order to read the image, one cool thing that we can do here, read the image file from args, from arguments. So one cool thing that we can do is basically accept this kind of arcs. So arcs is going to work here. I'm going to have this, and it's going to validate this is full image copilot. I don't need all of this. I am going to pass the image. So let's keep the the code simple. Let me copy here. I have some samples. So what I am going to do, I am going to read the image for the first argument. And of course, we can validate the argument or more. This is just for testing. And then I am going to create a list of bytes because this is the format that we are supposed to use here when we use OllamaSharp, which is different from the one that we have in Microsoft Extension AI, where we can use depending the file or the write of byte. In this case, is the write of bytes from the file. Then let's generate the alt text. And what we are going to do, I like the I like the response here that Copilot is doing, but no, let's start with the message that I have here, where we are going to say, hey, generate the comparator text description for the math, yada, yada, yada. And then let me copy this I have here. Let's run this until the end. So once I have this, what we are going to do is we are going to do a for each and chat, sending the message and the image that we have here, and we are going to write the token, and that is it. And we are done. So kind of nice. Let's do a line here so we can see everything. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of cool. Right now, if I run it, of course, it's going to give me an error because we don't have any file. Index out of range makes sense. So let me copy a file here. We don't have any file. Let me copy a file here, like this one. So I am going to copy this file. The one that I use a lot. This is Goku the cat and Ace the puppy. So let me copy this file here to the root. You see here that we now have pets music. I like it. So let's go back here and let's do again alt text, and this is pets music. So let's run this, and it's going to take some time. We can go here and see if it's running. Yes, Gemma is running in GPU like this, and oh, there it is. We have the description. So a close-up, slightly distorted perspective of a short, gray tabby cat. Hey, it's working. Let's do another one. Let's do an example, the Star Wars license that I also like. This is the Star Wars license. This is something that I get from the cloud where you have Jedi I am. So let's go here. We have license Star Wars. So let's go back again. And here, let's see if we go license Star Wars, automatically have here the name. And hey, up and running, literally in 2 clicks. We have the alt text. I like it. It's kind of nice, clean code. Here we have 20 lines of code for everything. Nice to run this. I think that for testing this kind of scenarios and more it's a useful one. It's kind of a nice way to test and learn and more. It's going to be probably available in dotnet 10 in November, in a couple of months. But in the meantime, if someone wants to give it a try, this is literally amazing. By the way, the 20 lines of codes are going to be part of the description, so you know the deal. If you like it, if you want to see more, appreciate the likes, appreciate the subscribe, comments, and more. This is super, super. I like to work with .NET in this way. I think there are a couple of scenarios where really, really makes sense. And hey, see you next one. Goodbye.